You're not gonna believe this, but even more indie games came out in May of 2025. So I sat down and picked out 5 games that I think you should check out. We've got everything from an adventure on a very dangerous planet to a game about catching bugs in your backyard. But first, we're going to talk about a game called Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Or if you want to say it with a fancy Italian accent, it's Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Anyway, you play as Pipit the mouse, who is the bearer of the aforementioned cursed yo-yo. And Pipit is a bit of a spoiled brat, and he's on a quest to save the soul of his aunt. One such soul that happens to be trapped in said cursed yo-yo. In this top-down action adventure game, you'll solve a lot of puzzles, fight a lot of enemies, and you'll take care of them all with a bunch of different yo-yo tricks. One thing I really enjoyed was being able to bank the yo-yo off of corners and grab keys that were otherwise out of reach, or hit a string of enemies all in a row. And as you work through the game and explore different areas and find your secrets, you're going to unlock different badges that change your playstyle. And these badges pave the way for a very customizable experience, one that I was not expecting from an otherwise non-assuming looking game. Proving once again that you can never underestimate a good looking pixel art game. So while your quest will take you between 5 different main bosses, there's an entire overworld to explore as well. So if you like a solid retro top-down action adventure game, then you're gonna absolutely love Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Next up is Revenge of the Savage Planet. Now, I did not play A Journey to the Savage Planet. That's the first game in this now Savage Planet series. So you're getting a very clean opinion on this game because I had no expectations going in. But what I did learn is that exploring a hostile alien planet is a bunch of fun. Especially if that planet is filled with hostile creatures that were previously minding their own business. So to navigate this lush and violent world, you'll need to find upgrades that expand your gear and make the gear that you have even better. And of course, new upgrades mean you can get to different areas, which then have new upgrades, which can bring you to other different areas. This game's sense of humor, which is ridiculous, is on full display when you see cutscenes and commercials that play for products from within the game's world.
In Vogue Education Center, the Shamalama's Ding Dong Academy.
So the storytelling on its own is fun and silly, and it brings the entire experience up a few points. So you'll get most of your kicks in this game by finding new things, getting to different areas, fighting off some bosses, but the fun really begins when you bring in a buddy to play with. As a matter of fact, I've been playing the co-op so I can get a more full experience of the game, so I can do a full review of Revenge of the Savage Planet, so stay tuned for that. And now before we go any further, I have a question. Do you like catching bugs, kid? You do? Well, good, because Kabuto Park is all about catching bugs and then making them sumo wrestle. And with the money that you earn from having your stag beetle push a bumblebee off of a trampoline, you can upgrade your gear and explore different areas to find different bugs. You can name your bugs, you can sell your bugs for candy, you can find variants of bugs that are otherwise quite rare. Even with my time in the demo of playing this game, I found a shiny bug, which is extremely rare. It's a variant rainbow beetle. It blew my mind when I caught it. And because of that reason alone, that stroke of luck, this is my favorite bug catching game. So if you've enjoyed bug catching in other games, you can put all those experiences away now and just play Kabuto Park to live out your insect abducting dreams. So going from talking about bugs and insects, we're now talking about spiders in a webbing journey. And don't get it twisted, spiders apparently are not insects or bugs. They're their own thing. But in this game, you're making breakfast, you're solving puzzles, you're doing the dishes, you're doing all these things that spiders otherwise wouldn't do. To accomplish these missions that would otherwise be impossible for a spider, you're going to use your webs to make a bridge, you're going to use your webs to swing things across a kitchen, you're going to use your webs to do just about everything you do in a webbing journey. And the fun part about this game is twofold. For one, it's a really good time trying to solve all these puzzles in all the different ways that you can solve them, because there's no one right way to solve the tasks on your list, and that means you can try to figure out some weird way to do it. If you want to clean the dishes, sure, you could put soap in the sink and then fill the sink with water, but you could also flood the kitchen and put soap on the floor. And it's in this way that a webbing journey turns otherwise simple and mundane tasks into really fun and big accomplishments. Like, I never thought I would feel so hyped for blending an onion in nothing. I just wanted to blend the onion because I had to destroy 3 food items in the blender. I didn't care how I did it. I made a bunch of different bridges above the blender. I found the onion, I pulled it up, I dropped it in the blender, and since I hate onions, it was very gratifying for me. And while we're talking about food that was left on the counter for too long, let's talk about leftovers. Specifically, Leftovers KO, a game in which you have to physically defend yourself from the salad that you left in the fridge for over 2 weeks. Now, usually I would handle such a fight with Pepto-Bismol because I ate the salad and it wasn't so good for me. But in this case, we're throwing hands. This game is heavily inspired by Punch-Out, where you've got to block, dodge, or punch depending on what your enemy burger throws your way. And if you want to stand a chance against these moldy meals, then you've got to perfect your timing and start to memorize their patterns. Being able to recognize when the slice of pizza is going to do his uppercut is integral to you earning your stars so you can do your powerful punch. And that's important because no matter how many times you've knocked down your opponent, they're going to get back up unless you make your last punch one of those really strong ones, and then you're going to literally break them into pieces. And not to mention, the art in Leftovers KO is beautiful. Kind of gross, but gross on purpose. So when you finally knock out that piece of celery that's been giving you a hard time, not only are you going to be happy that you won the fight, you're also going to be rewarded with some really cool looking animations. And I'm not going to lie, it took me a little while to get around the difficulty in this game because it's no joke. It took me about 30 minutes to fight the slice of pizza the right way. Because memorizing their patterns is one thing, but reacting to when they do the right move that you then have to do to take them out is a whole other beast in and of itself. So obviously there were more than just 5 games that came out in May of 2025, but I wanted to talk about these because they stood out to me. That being said, if there were any games that you think should have been on this list, then let me know in the comments so I can check them out. Because some of the best game recommendations I've seen come from YouTube comments, so let me know what you've been playing. If you liked any of the games on this list, then make sure you check the description of my video because I've got links to all of their Steam pages, so you should make sure you at least get them on your wish list. And if you liked this video, then make sure you like the video. It's a great way to let me know that this is what you'd like to see on this channel so I can do more of it. And if you really like this video and you want to see more of this, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as of this recording, I've got a tiny bit of great news. We just hit 22,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I am extremely excited about that. Not because number go up, I mean a little bit because number go up, but also because I get to talk to so many more people about video games, which is why we're doing this. But even with that being said, if you're subscribed or not and you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for doing so. I really do appreciate it when you guys let me talk your ear off about video games. And not only that, my last video, the one on PAX East videos, just hit 10,000 views, which is one of my best videos in recent history. And again, number go up, but also it's really cool to be reaching so many more people and sharing all these cool games with you guys. So all of that being said, thank you very much for letting me talk your ear off about 5 indie games that you probably missed in May of 2025, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and before we go, this is the last video I'll be uploading before the Switch 2 comes out, which means there's going to be a lot of Switch 2 content incoming. So we're going to talk about indie games, we're going to talk about the Switch 2 itself, we're going to talk about lots of Nintendo stuff on top of the things we already do. So needless to say, buckle up. I'm not prepared, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out. I'll see you.